Hello guys, it's been a while since I actually uploaded a normal video, but this is like the fifth video I've done on Skyrim, and in this one I'm going to be showing you guys how to get daedric armor, seemingly at like level 5, between level 5 and level 10. There's actually a couple ways, like this way with the daedric mail set, but it's only good for light armor users. And yes, this is within the creation club, so this is Xbox One and onward. So if you're doing this on 360 version, then you should just skip to the little timestamp I put at the bottom, or like whatever, I don't remember, but I'll have a timestamp for it. There's also another set for the daedric plate, but it is I don't know if it's heavy armor or light armor. I've never actually gotten this set, probably because I'm not actually interested in it. The only reason I did it was for the helmet, which it goes great with the light set. But now let's go on to the main video. Also, I would like to mention that one of the almost strongest heavy armor sets are on sale right now, 100% off, completely for free. It is pretty easy to do. You start it in Solstheim, so just go to the game, go over to Whiterun's stables, go to Windhelm, get the boat, and just look around. Okay guys, so now that we're in the game itself, I'm going to show you guys how to actually do this. While I am level 155, I have done the same exact method. I've done it for all my playthroughs when I get into the game immediately. So let's go into the steps of what you're going to need. Okay, so what you're going to be needing is the Soul Trap spell. The Soul Trap spell you can easily get, but also costs a lot of gold. It's not necessarily cheap. The other thing you can also do is get a Soul Trap weapon, but that doesn't really do anything. The fastest method you can do to get it is actually, hold on, let me get this. Okay, so right here in Whiterun, so let's suggest to take the route up to Dragon's Reach. I will show you guys how to actually get up there. That's if you're new, but it's pretty much just around the district. It's right there. The big tower, this last stretchings of the actual city itself. So let's just get over there. The thing that sucks is I'm using one hand for this. Okay, so now that we're here in Dragon's Reach, I'll show you where you need to go. Okay, so now that we're inside Dragon's Reach, the place you're going to need to go is up the stairs and immediately off to the right. Here is going to be the wizard's laboratory. Now, since Ireleft is not here at the moment, we can just wait. Okay, so yeah, I messed up. I think the Court Wizard's actually dead. I just waited 12 hours. He's not here. I killed him. Or he just never spawned back in. But when he's here, he's going to be in a black robe, and he will most likely be talking about his research. You'll buy this spell called the Soul Trap spell, and with that, we can get on to the second part of this tutorial. Now, for the second part of this tutorial, you need to soul trap a certain animal. It doesn't have to be a chicken, but it can be literally any other kind of animal. So, I'm just gonna. Oh man, what happened? Who would have done such a thing? Okay, so here it is, the soul trap spell. It does cost a lot of magicka, but you won't need any magicka upgrades because you'll have 100 at the beginning of the game for every single tree for magicka, stamina, and health. Now, the thing what this does is that it will contain the user's soul, supposedly in a soul gem, but that's not what's gonna actually happen. What's actually going to happen is that when we come to use it on this chicken, per se, you can see it got a little effect around it, so, just keep doing this. So, as you guys heard, we got a skill up in Conjuration. It was originally 24, but it was 25. So, let's go ahead and do this again. It was originally at 25, now it's at 26. Now, you want to keep doing this until you get all the way up to 90. And the one thing, do not get this. If you get this, you'll completely ruin it. Do not get this either. Just invest in the Adept, Expert, and Master. You want to go on the entire right side of the Conjuration tree. Now, to go on to the third and very last part of this tutorial. Now, the next thing you want to do is come over to Winterhold, preferably the College of Winterhold. Now, in order to actually gain access to this, you need to go over to the gate at the end of the actual Winterhold city. There's going to be a lady at the front gate asking she's going to be blocking it, and then you're going to have to gain passage. Now, the way you can do that is that she wants you to cast either a Frostbite, Fire Bolt, or Lightning Bolt. Now, you can obviously tell her that you don't have the spell. She'll give you the spell completely for free. So then you cast it onto the metal eyeball on the floor that you'll see. And then you should be able to gain passage through these doors. And then you can come up to the main court, then go into the Hall of Attainment. I think this is the Hall of Attainment. Should be the Hall of Attainment, if I'm not mistaken. No, it is in fact the Hall of Countenance. But that's not really going to stop us. So, in the Hall of Countenance, he can also be found in the Hall of Attainment, but usually in the Hall of Countenance. You can find this NPC called Phineas Gestor. He is usually found in his room, sitting here eating a sweet roll or bread. And once you get here, I don't have the dialogue, obviously, but you can ask him, are there more ways to learn about Conjuration? You keep on going about that, and then he will tell you to summon an Unbound Dremora 3 times. Now, the thing about this is that it's actually a lot more harder than you think. Because the way you have to actually do this is that you cannot loot the Unbound Dremora. You should not loot it at all. Because if you loot it, you're most likely going to ruin your entire thing. But he said he set up an area for you on the top of the Hall of Attainment. So it should be right over here. Oh, hold on. Now, you see, the Unbound Dremora is already here, but that's because the game glitched for me. I can't really attack him, because the only thing he'll do is just stand there. But he will give you a new spell. The spell that he would give you is Summon an Unbound Dremora. Now, it is not necessarily, hard to do. Just hold right trigger or left trigger, doesn't really matter. Or R2 and R1. Wait, no, R2 or L2. I'm sorry, I'm not a PlayStation player. But you'd kill this guy 3 different times. He'll give you the Sigil Stone. Now, when you're done with the sigil stone, you have to go back to Phineas Gas Door, return the sigil stone to him, and then you'd eventually he'll give you he'll give you the sigil stone back. Now you're gonna be wondering, where am I gonna use the sigil stone for? See, that's when it starts getting a little bit tough, because it doesn't actually tell you where the sigil stone goes to. I don't think it actually tells you where the sigil stone actually goes. But there's actually a few spots on where you can use it, but they're scattered throughout. There's actually like 3 entrance ways of actually getting down to the spot. We want to go down to the spot called the Midden. It should be under any of the staircases in the Tower of Attainment, Town of Continents, and outside of the towers themselves. Now, from the Hall of Accountants, it would be... I honestly don't know what way it would be in, considering I've never gone this way, but I believe it would go a little somewhere like over here, left, right. There are going to be a few ice wraiths down here, but I already killed them. Come down here, and I already have the sigil stone in place. The sigil stone's already in place. And the little receiving box, you can actually put some stuff in here. And once you press that little lever, it would summon things from the realm of Oblivion to actually come here. And no, I am not lying. This is an actual thing. Give credits to ESO, because it's actually the person I actually learned it from. So, once you have all of the necessary ingredients, which are an obsidian ingot, a daedra heart, a silver sword, a black soul gem, or a grand soul gem filled with a grand soul, and a centurion dynamo core, have any of those in? Oh, and a void salt. Have any of those in? You press the lever, and it should pop up either a weapon or armor in the middle of the circle. Now, this is kind of hard to do with the materials because it wants you to get rare materials, but it'll also give you the items enchanted with like really powerful enchantments like Major and what's the other high ones? Peerless, Extreme. They'll give you like the Peerless, Extreme, and the freaking like this, for example. It'll give you a little something like this. Daedric Gauntlets of Peerless Smithing. It will pop either armor or weapon in the middle of the circle, and you come over here and pick it up. This is also an effective way of making a lot of money. So just to summon a tool here or armor, just go back to a seller and sell it. Now, I don't really use daedric armor because, well, there's really no point in using it, in my opinion, other than this, which is useful for me because, well, it's smithing. But yeah, that's how you would actually get daedric armor. The Creation Club way is actually the more faster way because, well, it's just a quest that doesn't require you getting any materials. But oh, also, there was this one guy that asked me earlier today to shout him out. His name was THICC DOGE. THICC THICC DOGE. So, give him a follow. But, anyways, other than that, that is the video. Shout out to THICC DOGE. He asked me earlier today. And giving credits to ESO for this amazing tutorial. See you guys later.